Flosstube, how are ya? I hope everybody's faring well with our sheltering at home and our pandemic situation. So we're doing okay. Both my husband and I have been working. I'm a nurse, and so I've been working, and my husband works for a biomed company. So we have both really not missed a beat with working. So we're supposed to be in Texas right now, and of course didn't go on that trip. We were supposed to go see our son, but anywho. That's neither here nor there. We are just fortunate to be healthy and be getting our paychecks and all of that. So anyway, so I've got a few things for you today. I've got a finish. I've got a new start. I've got some plans. Trying to think of what else. Oh, a little bit of haul. So, I thought I'd do my Maynia plans, so I thought we'd talk about that. So let's start with my finish. I have been working on the A Greyhound Here by Blue Flower. There's the name of it. And my goal was to do, I'm not doing these all together. I'm doing one Greyhound a month. This is on 40 count. The model is all together, of course, with the borders on 40 count. I decided to do them individually. So I finished up March. I haven't done a Flosstube for a while, so I finished up March. So I'll show you that. Here is my March Greyhound, and this is all called for, I believe. Everything on it is called for. I may have had to sub in a DMC for one of the brown colors. There's actually two different brown colors in that Greyhound, but turned out really cute. Everything else is the called for, either Weeks or Classic Color Works. So anyway, but that's the March Greyhound. This is on flax linen, which is what is called for. So, and I am doing them on 28 count because since I was doing them individually, I wanted them to be a little bit bigger. So there's March. Now, I haven't started. Here we are on, what is it, April 25th, and I haven't started April yet. April is so cute. It's, that fawn colored Greyhound with ears, bunny ears on and everything. And I really, initially I didn't start her because I didn't have the threads. When I first started to kit up this pattern, I decided to do it like 3 months at a time. So I had only bought the threads I needed for January, March, and April, and I thought, gosh, we're almost done with March, and I thought, ooh, I better buy the threads for April, May, and June. So I did do that, and I'll show you that in part of my haul. But I haven't started that yet, and I'll tell you why I haven't started it. I am also a paper crafter, and my daughter's getting married, and I have been doing some paper crafting. I actually am making some little mini albums for her to give to the gals that she wants to be in her wedding. So here's one of them. I dyed the seam binding. That's the other thing I've been doing, is doing a lot of dyeing of seam binding. But I am making, and I won't go through these with you because I know this is a cross stitch channel, not a scrapbook channel. But I know most of us are multi crafters. So anyway, so I've been doing a lot of paper crafting because I need to make 4 of these. These 2 are done. I've got 2 more in process. So I haven't been doing a lot of stitching, all that to say. So that was one of the reasons why I haven't started. First, I didn't have the threads, and then I didn't, I've been busy with other stuff. So anyway, plus I've been working a lot. So anyway, so there is the March Greyhound. I think it's really cute. I still haven't decided how I'm going to finish these, if I'm going to do them all the same or if I'm going to do them in just different formats. I don't really know. But anyway, so there's that. Then I do have a couple of new starts, and this one is still in the project bag. My sister made this pretty bag and gave it to me, gosh, when we were in Texas last fall. And it's got a little handle on it, and you can see it's for a small project because it's really small. But I needed another project to take to work, so I started, and I'm not very far on this, but I started, this was one of the little kits that I got. I think I got it off of Amazon, and I'm doing, which one am I doing? So barely a little start on there, and I'm doing the, oh, I can't even remember which one I'm doing now. I think I'm doing the watermelon, but I don't know. It's going to either be the strawberry or the watermelon. I can't remember. Might be the strawberry, but like I said, I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, so so that is, but it's a little kit. It's one of my hauls of these little kawaii figures, but that came with all the stuff and a cute little hoop and different things like that. So that is just, and this little bag fits my glasses and my reading glasses and stuff like that. So I started that. Then on a wild hair, I decided to go ahead and start the last Lizzie Kate seasons. All I have left to do is spring. And so I got a little bitty start on that, guys. I really kind of wanted to have a Ada project going, an even weave project going, and a linen project going. And I don't have, my next Greyhound will be on linen, but I didn't have an even weave project going. And this is, I've got the other 3 done. So this is the one I decided to start. And so I have a little bit of a start on this, and this is on Monaco, 28 mushroom Monaco. But you guys, I'm already off. I'm off like a half stitch here, and so I need to pull that out and figure it out. So so it's kind of in timeout because it kind of made me mad that I barely started it and I already had a mistake in it. So so I need to finish, getting that pulled out and finished. And I really haven't been that motivated to work on it, so I might put it away for a little while. And then last but not least, I have done a little bit more work on my Nora Corbett Petite Mermaid. And this is Luce Mia that I am stitching for my daughter. And I know you guys been seeing her. I've started her like 2 years ago. So I did a little bit more on her tail. And so I'm really close, you guys, really to having and I did a little bit more also on the ribbon that she's holding. So I'm almost done with the crosses. So I'm getting close, and then I can start in on the beading. And then I really would like to get this one done this year. So anyway, so this one is on 18 count Ada, and this is called April Showers by Hand Dyed by Stephanie. So so that's really all that I've worked on. Let me show you a little bit of a haul. It's not very much. I told you I did get the threads for the next 3 months of a Greyhound year, and a few of them that I had, but I needed, like I said, a few more for the next 3 months. So these were the threads that I needed, and oh my gosh, they're so pretty. They're mostly Gentle Arts. I think there's a few weeks in here. To look at this one, you guys. This one, I hope you can see the variegation on it. This is weeks, I don't have my glasses on, Mulberry. Oh, gorgeous. And I had to actually get Mulberry in 2 different companies. Oh, that's Loganberry by Gentle Arts. Where's their Mulberry? I can't find it right off the top of my head, but and they finally had Shutter Green back in, so I did go ahead and get some of that, which is a really pretty kind of spring green. So anyway, but those are the threads that I need for these beautiful threads for March, April, April, May, and June Greyhounds. So I got those, and then I did decide to go ahead and get a few patterns. Didn't want my threads to be lonely, so I went ahead. This is one of the ones. There's actually several Lindy's Stitches patterns that I want. I hope the glare's not too bad on there, but I decided to go ahead and get her Merry Manatees. You guys, I love manatees. They're some of my favorite animals, and this is actually a drum, but I don't think, here's what the pattern looks like all the way. I don't think I'm going to do it finish it in a drum. What do you do with a drum? Do you stick pins in it? Does it just sit on your table? I don't really know what to do with those little things like drums and biscornus and different things like that. I'm not really sure what they're for, but anyway, but I had to get it. I had to get the baby manatee. I just couldn't take it. So that's one that has been on my list for a while. I also want her Mr. and Mrs. Delicious, and I want Emily's house too, but anyway, but this was the first one I decided to get. And then I also, you guys, I love the blue flower patterns. I love the way they're written and everything. And I decided to get one of the patterns from Market. I usually don't go crazy about Market. Well, now I'm up to probably about 12 whips, I guess. So I have enough going on. And while I'm excited to see everybody's Market purchases and stuff, I don't feel like I have to pre-order things. But one of the things I saw, and I was actually watching Stephanie on Lindy Stitches, one of the patterns that I did see that I thought, okay, I am going to splurge and get this pattern, was Huckleberry Farm. I think Janine McGowan is a genius, but I love this pattern. I hope the glare is not too bad. And it has bears all over it. There's a bear sleeping here. There's a bird riding a bear. There's a bear getting into a beehive up here. I mean, I love the butterfly. I mean, I love the border. I love everything about this. So I did, like I said, decide I was going to get that as the one market purchase that I got this year. I haven't kitted it up or anything like that, but I went ahead and got that. So that's my little bit of haul. Like I said, I haven't really been doing a lot of purchasing for stitching because I've been doing so much paper crafting, but anyway, a few little things here. And then I did want to talk just briefly about my Maynia plans. I think you guys this year, I am going to do Monogamania. With a little bit of a twist. I want to finish my mermaid. So I think that is going to be my focus on a finish for this year. I think I may have said that before. For Luce Mia, I really want to get her done and get her beaded and get her framed so I can get her to my daughter. And so I'm going to work on her. I also want to get caught up on my greyhounds. So I think if I do really well stitching on her and making some headway on her during the week, I think I'm going to allow myself to work on the greyhounds for April and May on the weekends. And I really would like to get, by the end of May, I'd like to be caught back up on my greyhounds. And I think I can do it. There's not, it doesn't look like April is too bad. With a lot of stitching. May might be a little bit more labor intensive. I love this one. This might be my favorite one. This one in October. Although I love November too, because that's what my greyhound looked like. Her name was Holly. So anyway, but I love both May and June and October. Love all of them. So anyways, but so I think I'm going to do that. So that's really going to be my Maynia, I think, is making headway on maybe getting all the crosses done on Luce Mia, and then getting caught up to where I have both April and May's greyhounds done by the end of May. So I think that's going to be it. If I do really well on that, I might allow myself a new start. And if I do a new start, I didn't pull them, but it will probably be a piece for my, the piece I am planning for my husband, or the piece that I'm planning for my future son-in-law. Because one of my goals is I want everybody in my immediate family that I love to have a piece of my stitching. So, so there's that. The only other thing, you guys, I've been doing, another thing that has been keeping me from stitching is I've been actually making masks, as a lot of people have been. So I don't sew, so these don't look closely at the stitching. They're not very good. But they do the job. So, anyway, so I have been making masks. I've made 6 of them, I think, so far, and I've got some material to do some more. So I've been paper crafting and sewing masks, and since I'm not a sewer, these take me a long time. I mean, this might be the first one I made. I made 2 of these yellow ones, and I've got one in my purse because I always like to have a clean one with me. But these were the first ones I made, and I think the first one took me an hour and a half or something. I think these ones with the paws went a little bit quicker. I mean, once I kind of got the swing of it, but they're not very good, but they, like I said, they do the job. So I've been sewing masks, and I've been paper crafting and not doing very much stitching, but that's fixing to change, hopefully here this last week of April and into May. So anyway, you guys, I hope you're all doing well. I hope everybody's healthy and safe, and that you are getting tons and tons of stitching done during this. If you've been sheltering at home, I've had many days where I'd like to stay home and stitch all day, but like I said, I am so grateful to still be working, and also being able to help take care of people. So anyway, so that is it for me. I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care. Bye.